Hey guys, welcome back to Mecha Facts episode 25. In today's video is on the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam Unit 3, the Phenex, a prototype full cycle frame mobile suit from the Universal Century timeline of the Gundam metaverse. The Phenex made its first animated appearance in the G-Dome short film, Mobile Suit Gundam UC 1 of 72, then a following appearance in the Gundam Friend Tokyo Wall G short film, Mobile Suit Gundam UC, A Phantom World, and recently in the anime film, Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative. In paperback, the Phenex has been seen in these following novels and manga. They are Gundam Unicorn Mobile Suit Variations, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative, Mobile Suit Gundam UC Phenex Hunting, and Mobile Suit Gundam UC 96 Last Sun. In video games, the Phenex has appeared in recent games such as Gundam Breaker 3, Super Gundam Royale, and Super Robot Wars Cross Omega. For figures, Bandai has released the Phenex in their Robot Damashi and the Gundam Fixed Figuration Metal Composite series. For model kits, the Phenex has been released in a couple BB Senshi Super Deformed kits, then in a few high-grade kits in standard release, P Bandai, and Gundam Friend Tokyo exclusives, then in one real grade kit as a P Bandai, then in a couple master grades with one standard and a P Bandai, and lastly in perfect grade form as a P Bandai exclusive. Next is the Phenex's technical specs and general data. Its overall height is at 19.7 meters in Unicorn mode, 21.7 meters in Destroy mode, base weight at 23.8 tons, full weight at 52.4 tons, powered by a Minovsky ultra-compact fusion reactor, armored by Gundarium alloy, crewed by one pilot in a panoramic monitor linear seat cockpit located in the torso, developed from the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam and the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 02, the Banshee, first seen on December 3rd of UC-95, last seen in early UC-97 during Operation Phenex Hunt. Manufactured by Anaheim Electronics and the Earth Federation Forces, operated by the Earth Federation Forces, and the only known pilots is Rita Bernal and Jonah Basta. Next are the Phenex's armaments and equipment. First up is the 60mm Vulcan guns. The Phenex has a pair of shell-firing Vulcan guns mounted in the head. These weapons are a basic armament found on many Federation mobile suits. While they are ineffective against standard mobile suit armor, they are useful in intercepting missiles, destroying mobile suit sensors, and engaging lightly armored targets. Next are the Armed Armor DEs. The Phenex mounts two custom shields called the Armed Armor DEs on its back like a pair of wings. The DE name is an abbreviation for Defense Extension, as these weapons act as an eye-field equipped shield with additional parts containing a propulsion system and a mega particle cannon. The version featured in Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative has tail-like stabilizers on the Armed Armor DEs for altitude control, and they can be used as remote-controlled weapons against other mobile suits or weapons. Next are the Beam Sabers, the standard close-range weapons for most Federation mobile suits. The Phenex mounts a total of 4 handheld Beam Sabers, 2 stored in the forearms and 2 in the backpack. In Unicorn mode, the Gundam only has access to 2 forearm-mounted Beam Sabers, but in Unicorn mode, the other 2 are flipped out from the backpack, allowing access to all 4. The Phenex, like its Unicorn siblings, can have its forearm-mounted Beam Saber be flipped forward and activated for combat. This form of the Beam Saber is called the Beam Tonfa. Next is the Beam Magnum. The Phenex and its Unicorn siblings have the option to have a highly customized beam rifle called the Beam Magnum for ranged combat. It was designed with an energy condenser where a single shot from the Beam Magnum is equal in power to 4 normal beam rifle shots, but it uses up an entire E-pack. Each of the Beam Magnum's magazines is loaded with 5 total E-packs, allowing for 5 shots before a new magazine is needed for reload. If needed, the Phenex can carry 2 spare magazines and store them on the rear skirt armor. The last armament is the NTD, or a New Type Destroyer System. The NTD system works by using the psychoframe built within the Phenex's body to seek out new type brainwaves. Should one be found, the system activates and turns the Phenex from its Unicorn mode into its Destroy mode, vastly improving its overall performance and allowing it to take control of new type weapons and use them against their enemies. However, the system has a number of flaws. Among them is having a 5-minute time limit so it doesn't kill the pilot, and the fact that it doesn't discriminate against real new types and artificial cyber new types. Another flaw hinted by the time limit is the massive stress placed on its pilots, so it is suggested that a new type is the most suitable pilot for the Phenex. Perhaps the greatest flaw is that the NTD system activates automatically when a new type opponent is detected, and it will attack even against the pilot's wishes. Thankfully, pilots with a strong will can overpower the system, and they can determine when it can be activated. Last is the history and lore. The RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 03, the Phenex, along with its siblings, the Unicorn and Banshee, were developed and built by the Earth Federation Forces and Anaheim Electronics for the UC project, a mobile suit development project to reorganize the Federation Forces following Char's rebellion in UC-93, and sinisterly used cyberframe technology to wipe out all traces of Zeon influence and perform the so-called new type hunting against new type mobile suits and weapons. The Phenex was built separately from its siblings under the direction of an unknown official who had disapproved of the VIS Foundation's involvement in the UC project. Anaheim Electronics would build and deliver the cyberframe body to the Earth Federation forces. Then they would assemble the remaining unit independently using the data of the Unicorn and the Banshee. Rather than a unicorn motif, the Phenex's motif and name was derived from one of the demons in the Lesser Key of Solomon. Hence, the motif is representative in the elaborate V-fin and the gold armor throughout the mobile suit. The first known deployment of the Phenex was on December 3rd of UC-95, months prior to the Laplace conflict. The Phenex and the Banshee were undergoing evaluations when a report came in that Neo Zeon was also performing a weapons test in a nearby debris field. Rita Bernal and her Phenex, along with the Banshee, would sortie together and engage against the Rebawu. During the battle, there was a cyberframe resonance with all three mobile suits in combat, causing Rita to lose control of her Phenex. The uncontrollable Phenex would attack and damage the Banshee, then destroy its own mothership, the Irish-class Echelot, with its armed armored DEs. The Phenex then disappears, and the Earth Federation will label the suit as MIA and label the incident as the Echelot incident soon after. The Phenex would reappear a year and a half later in early UC-97. Upon its return, the Federation jumped on the chance to recapture the Gundam, so they deployed the Klopp-class cruiser, the Damascus, the Shazar team, and the Narrative Gundam to capture it under Operation Phenex Hunt. In the first capture attempt, the Shazar team, with intervention from Jonah Bass's Narrative Gundam, almost succeeded in its capture, but it was allowed to escape from Jonah's interference. Later, the Phenex would reappear in the battle between the Narrative Gundam and the Shinanju Stein at the Metis colony, involving itself to stop the battle and canceling a near cyberframe resonance from occurring before escaping once again at the speed of light. The Phenex returns one last time, fighting alongside the Narrative Gundam and other Federation mobile suits against the Neo Zeon at a nearby Helium-3 storage base. Throughout the heated battle, the Phenex would get entangled in the end by the Neo Zeon until support came from Benaja Lynx, allowing Jonah, who had lost his Narrative Gundam, to enter the Phenex and defeat the Neo Zeon. Despite the defeat, the pilot of the Neo Zeon induced a resonance for all the stored gas to reach critical and cause major damage to the region and then Earth. The Phenex, along with Jonah's, Rita's, and Michelle's consciousness, would create its own cyberframe resonance similar to the Axis shock in Char's counterattack. This resonance creates a pair of wings to engulf the critical gas and make it vanish, thus saving the region and Earth. Before it could escape once again, the Phenex would leave an unconscious Jonah behind with Benaja Lynx for rescue. When Jonah comes to, he sees the Phenex flying away at the speed of light right into the unknown of space. Benaja would reassure Jonah that someday, the Phenex would return. And this concludes this episode of Mecha Facts on the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 03, the Phenex. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button below. Also, hit up that comment section if you want to discuss more about the Phenex or the mobile suits from Narrative, and also hit that subscribe button with the bell to stay up to date on new content from the channel. But other than that, thank you so much guys, and I'll see you guys next time.